Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!
And that might be the knockout punch.
All right, greetings and salutations. Another episode of Fangs up here. HBCU Digital Network, this home to her sword and the Black Techies. Also, home to the Fangs Up podcast. Come on, y'all. You already know what's up. And man, today, look, we a little cloud covered at FAMU. I ain't gonna lie. So you not familiar, not ready. I don't know what to tell you. Look, if you need some tickets, though, I know some people. I got 3. That's all I can do for you. They ain't free either. It's for a nominal fee. But yeah, as we get ready for the SWAC Championship, man, I'm not sure where I feel with this, where to go with it. Part of me is extremely excited. Part of me is a little bit nervous though, just because this screams and shouts of that perfect storm for everything you don't want to have happen. It really does. And it's just saying, if you're a FAMU fan like me, you could definitely look at this game and start to kind of be like, this could be problematic. But going into that, let's be excited for it. FAMU's first SWAC championship, and like I forgot to add something to, add so that y'all can see what I see and some of what we got going on. But we got some good news if you are a FAMU fan, some good times. And most importantly, man, we about to do some things, Rattlers. Like, I'm gonna put it there for all of you to hear. I said it first. FAMU's about to do some things. I'm gonna do some pretty special things, man. So, but today we're gonna talk about that basketball game yesterday. Like, and then we're gonna get ready for the big game, get ready for the classic. I'm sorry, SWAC championship. Hey, look, I'm like some of y'all. It's been a minute since FAMU did some of the damage that we just did, as far as conference championship games and stuff like that. It's been a long time. Like, if you really start to think about it, and don't act so bougie about it. You like me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's been a little minute. Been a little minute since FAMU's been up there in some rarefied air as far as us being SWAC champions. And look, we're gonna look at one of these guys we just slid an offer to. We're gonna get caught up on the other ones. We ain't forgot nobody, but we definitely are gonna make sure that we get all y'all in there. But before we do all that, if FAMU basketball got lost to Albany State, that's a bad loss. Like, I definitely, and yes, I said a little extra Southern twang. I definitely understand and heard those who were like, they hadn't played in a few days. Man, that's the second year that same Division II team has given us a run for the dollars. And some of y'all are like, oh yeah, top scorers from Jones High School. That's cool. His whole family's cooking nights. So that's a bad loss. Like, as excited as we are about this football team, you got to wear that L for almost a week, more than a week. Next game is at Presbyterian College, probably another L. Then Lemoyne Owen, hopefully that's your first win. Then you got University of Iowa, that's an L. Iowa State, that's an L. UCF. Like, I'm just saying, you're gonna go 0 for. This team has a really good chance of going 0 for 23. And I don't mean 0 for 23 wins. I mean 0 for the year 2023. Like, bruh, that's got to change. Like, I definitely get some things are still in the works, some things are still in the making. We definitely saw where Albany definitely did really well from three, but at the same point, it's Albany State. Like, I love what Kelvin said last night. If you call OSG Strike Zone, we paid them to whoop us, and they took us to overtime, and we caught an L. So it's just, I was talking to St. Clair. We did a show round one today, and that's not a good sign. If you're a hardcore basketball fan, like if I was Herb, man, I'd be freaking out. If I were Herb, y'all would be like, Keith, you okay? And I'd be like, no, this basketball program is in trouble. Like, especially we got some switches, we got some changes, some things got to happen. Like, we got to find our groove before the conference tournament, because I pointed out again, and round one, St. Clair, Moraine, Hallelujah 95. I'm gonna point out, and I'm gonna say it again. Look, this could be another season. If them Tallahassee coaches don't get it straight, as much as we celebrate the football coaches who had the cornrows, oh, they win the SWAC championship and the ACC championship. We're going to bring that back. We got the side by side picture. Willie with the cornrows, Mike with the cornrows. We got to see both of them. Like, y'all gonna have to see us on that. Y'all, we can't let that slide. But being honest, like, and transparent about what this basketball program is, man. After what you saw against Oregon, it gave some hope. Like, and I was like, don't give me hope. Don't get me excited. And it was like, man, come on, bro. Hey, Miss Williams, look. And then look, Tamara said it best. That's a doggone shame. And look, y'all lucky we sanctified. What Eddie Griffin say? If I wasn't a Christian, I don't know what I would do. But that is one of my favorite little gags. And once you kind of get more about his personality, you really get the joke about it. But it's really one of those things. How you lose to the Division II teams at home? Like, come on, man. Like, and one of the things before we lead this basketball team, I told y'all I'm not invested until conference season starts. Once conference starts, I'm invested. Right now, I'm lukewarm at best. You might not win a game until 2024, maybe one. You got to do something better than that, man. You got to build up your audience. Give us something to cheer for. Because if you're not familiar, look, down here in Orlando, look, we got a little contingency ready to go to UCF to support. But I'd be blessed. I sit up here and spend $75 for a seat. Look, I might give you 30. I might do 5. But anything over $50, man, I ain't going in there to be pissed off and spend $100. Nah, man, not going to do it. Now, all the dark clouds, they especially relate to this defense. Boy, dark clouds, thunder and lightning. The Rattlers will strike and strike and strike again. Yeah, and look, ain't no tardy in my cup, so y'all know I can't do it quite like the OG. We had a little tardy in the party. We did that one. Bust his behind. God rest it dead. Look, I have zero chill, so don't get mad at me. Go watch the video. You're gonna be sitting over there like, yeah, he did almost fall. But jokes aside and truth aside too, FAMU's defense really, look, the homecoming game, this is a rematch from homecoming, 45-7 blowout. Musa had a day though. And honestly, this is the last game where Musa was kind of moosing. Leave my president alone. You're right, that was yours. That was yours. I wasn't so fortunate. I was DRS baby in the summers when he was up there. I'm trying to remember who. I had to go look at mine. Look, it's a long story. I got my papers. That's all that matters. My papers say FAMU. But anyways, good times. But last time the defense really carried the day. Like, it was a mollywhopping. Like, man, we beat the black off them folks. Like, it's not going to be a problem. Look, I'm just saying. I hope not. But in this game, man, it was a blowout. FAMU scored every quarter. Again, Musa goes for 270 yards. Does he have turnovers? Yes. Does he throw some touchdowns? Yes. So, you get a little bit of both. Oh, let me fix something real quick because I realized, fix that fading in and out problem. Um, look, Wayne said it's not going to be a problem. It shouldn't be. But then there was weather in the bush. And I'll be honest, when it comes to that weather, that's my concern. Because, man, the weather was gorgeous for homecoming. Oh, man, it was beautiful. Oh, FAMU was FAMUing. Look, the food was good. Look, man, it was a single man's delight. Just telling you, bro. Man, you went up there and you ain't had one. Sheesh, you might have come away with one or wanted to. I was okay. I'm good. But still, man, it was a beautiful sight to see. To encourage your boys to go to FAMU. They can't go wrong. The numbers are in their favor. But besides all those jokes aside, man, it was a great game. You got pretty complete game. Even at the end, the defense gives you multiple turnovers. Defense scores a few times. That's probably your best game of the season. But that's also the problem with that game. If you're going back, you watching the film, that's your best game of the season. You wore them boys out. We rode them like a Georgia mule. You slapped 5 of them for whatever euphemism you want to use to say that we mollywopped them folks. Man, we were wearing them out. Look, left no doubt. Wayne Figure said leave no doubt, left no doubt. There was no doubt in there. Look, Ms. Williams said it was the bomb. It was. We blew up it was. You left there feeling giddy. They should have did a little day of giving right after homecoming because look, everybody was giving. The Capitals was giving. They had these other folks giving. Everybody was. It was a beautiful situation. But at the end of the game, you're like, man, if we play these dudes again, do we get the same result? We could. But this weekend, we got one thing working on us: the weather. It's supposed to rain. And honestly, I think in the Classic, and I told Terrell Jennings this, and it was funny. I was messing with Gerald. Gerald and Gerald from Taos Democrat, we mess with each other a lot. That's my dude. We're like, hey, that's running back 1. We've been saying that for weeks. We're like, that's running back 1. That's running back 1. And he looked like running back 1. And you came out of the Florida Classic learning that, he does as a family member, but he also came away from, pretty serious, stomach bug pretty much. So he kind of the week before, I was like, why did he come out the game? You got your answer. This is going to be a game where I'm honestly looking at Yenton Jennings and I'm needing him to hold the ball because Moosa's being Musa right now. If you want to complain about my quarterback, look, I am very inclined to give you the T.O. face. T.O. face. That's my quarterback. Same thing Willie gave y'all. That's what I got for you. And so right here, suppose it wasn't supposed to be disrespectful. And look, you're going to have to be intentional, in my opinion, about running the ball. And this is one of those defenses that, to me, they showed us, Prairie View showed us they couldn't hang with us on the line. Now, they top 3 dudes, they're solid. After you get past that third dude, though, it's not going to work. And their secondary, man, that was kind of a problem. Look, you're not going to look. He put up there that the weather in Tampa wasn't a problem. It was not. It was gorgeous. We made some mistakes. I stand on that. But in this game, it could get a little sloppy. Could be some weather delays. It's just, this is a game where you really got to play your game. And what you really have found out about FAMU in the last 3 games is how important the run actually is. Like at times you're watching FAMU football, you're like, man, we are so finesse. Like, just the Jerry curls just don't curl right. Like we give you a lot of Lil Luther. Like, I'm just saying, like, there was a lot of times this football season, I was watching FAMU football, and it was, can we talk? Can I take you out tonight? Like, okay, yeah, that's the groove. But it ain't the same as when Luther up there long ago. And you like, oh, shoo, y'all better shut up, Luther singing. Like, I ain't get a lot of Big Luther this year. This game, I need Big Luther. I need you to walk over on this and stand on some business, as these children like to say. FAMU needs to walk on brag standing on business. And I need Big Luther all game. I need you walking up in there like, I'm going through that hole, I'm running through that joker, and we about to make some moves. And we saw FAMU get under center. We saw them play very physical. Like, honestly, go back and watch that Cookman game. And is Cookman the best team on the schedule? No. But did that kind of give you an idea like, yo, we've been talking about this, but yo, if FAMU commit to running the ball, and look, I know I sounded like y'all uncles, and I'm getting so close to 40, it's not funny. To where pretty soon I'm gonna be that uncle. Yeah, we need to run the ball. Yeah, we need to run the ball. Look, Miss Williams, you ain't right today. We need Big Luther in the sequin jacket. And you know what? Every one of y'all can see him right now. It's glistening and sparkling. Give me the reason to look. Anyways, told you I ain't got them all. I'm just here. But like, really though, I need FAMU to just be stand on business. Like, I need physical football. Give me Musa under center. Did he overthrow the receivers a few times in the classic? Yeah. At the same point, I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I could kind of go for that in the SWAC championship game. If he overthrow and it's past the safety, I ain't really crying. But if he hit that dude, meaning our dude, man, please. Like the type of speed FAMU has, we saw where in this game, secondary wise, they're gonna show you a different defense to me. Just because we burnt them. Like secondary wise, it was like, yeah. Was Musa on point the whole time? No. Was he probably not as healthy as he is now? Probably. But did we see something? Did we see some glimpses? Yeah. Now, the big things for this game, again, it's going to be turnovers. And that's really cliche. But what was the last game? Tevin Griffey returns a pick six. Isaiah Major, I believe, gets a pick six. Like, it was a feeding frenzy. And it just really kind of shows you, like, this team goes as far as this defense is going to carry it. This dark cloud defense is really what's going to cover you. But then offensively, you have to have new Musa. And some of y'all like, new Musa? No, Musa's Musa. Man, he ain't doing this and he ain't doing that. Okay. How many turnovers Musa got the last two games? I'll wait. Look, I'm petty. I ain't, I'm okay. I'm gonna give y'all a couple more seconds. Last two games. Let's look. You got it? Okay, if you ain't got it, that's all right. Look, I'm a teacher, so I do this all day. Look, here we go. Let's pull up some practical application. Rattlers standing on business. 10-1. Y'all going on scroll down right here. Let's see, BCU. We can look at the box scores. Look, you can argue with your feelings. You can argue with data. I see no touchdowns, no picks in the classic. That's what, 2/3 of his passes were complete. It wasn't a spectacular day. Nah. Did we have a drop in there? Yeah. Did you get Musa miss a pass? Absolutely. Did he throw any picks? Nope. Did he fumble? Not really. Oh, okay. That's cool. You're like, hey man, the Moose, y'all hyping him up, SWAC player of the year, all this other stuff. That's cool. Hey, Lincoln University, he ain't play that game. Oh, okay. All right, you good. You got that. Let's go Alabama A&M. Look, again, we stand on stats. Musa, touchdown pick. Okay. but he went for 245. So is there something here? When Musa hit that 250 mark, do the interceptions come up? I'm just saying. Look, 270 something in this game. You ain't got to believe me. I'll provide the data. I'll provide the data. All right, Musa coming up here. Look, what happened to my stats? There we go. 272 pick. So maybe some of that wasn't just Musa not being able to know what the heck he was doing. Some of it might have been just protect the moose. That's just what I could take away from it. When you're watching the games, yeah, Musa, he may be off here and there. But at the same point, look, secret jack. Look, some of that was just really letting Musa manage the game. Maybe take the reins up a little bit. And all of a sudden, you get better results. I mean, the Florida Classic was never in doubt. Really, homecoming was never in doubt. We mollywalked them boys. But you start seeing in some of those games where Musa was a little more pass happy. Somebody brought it up. What was that, Wayne? What was the problem in Tampa? It was turnovers. Musa had a bunch of turnovers. One of those was like a garbage pick. That last pick, that don't even count. That was a punt. But yeah, does that make him a bad quarterback? Nah, not at all. Not at all. You're just a Musa fan. I mean, he is just, SWAC player of the year. I'm just saying, we're going to stand on a little business over here. Musa got player of the year. He earned it. Was he the best quarterback in the FCS? Meh. Was he solid though? Yeah, he was solid. I think he was pretty good. Do I think he's a pro prospect? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. I can see it, but I don't know how far it goes. A defensive player, man, come on. Major moves. Yeah, major moves. And I think for anyone who wanted to get upset about Isaiah Major winning that championship or that trophy, I think it's because he scored so much. I think Major got 3 touchdowns. Did he lead the SWAC in tackles? No. Was he up there? Absolutely. But the biggest things that Major did, Major made the big plays at the right time. I think that's something that set him apart from Bubba. When you watch Alabama State, Bubba's just a machine. And unfortunately, when you built for it tough, you get forward results. But you push it a Lambo, you get my attention. And I think that's the difference. Major had those plays that got your attention. He has the touchdown return, interception touchdown return that seals the game. Stadium's going nuts, helmets off his head, the defined leader on the team. One of your biggest games of the year. He gets a fumble recovery in the Florida Classic. Time after time after time, you saw Isaiah Major have these huge plays and show where while he's quiet, he's quietly the emotional leader of this dark cloud defense. And you can start to see wherever Major goes, the defense follows. Don't discount Chaney, though. Chaney was up there. And with Major succeeded even when arguably the best pass rusher in the conference goes down. Go back and look at the Florida Classic. Anthony Dunn is on the field for that long. First quarter, he's gone. Shoot. Man, we could have used that dude today. He was darn near player of the game the previous year. Adrian comes out there, just ho-hum. Another 10 tackle day, and my best defensive end's missing. That's just something to kind of look at. But then to flip this, do you get some of these guys back? Yeah, you're going to lose some of the offensive linemen. You do lose Gross, Goss. So you lose your left tackle. But at the same point, FAMU's getting healthy at the right time with some of these positions. And furthermore, you got a whole week off. Yeah, they had a week off too, but they were playing for something that in the Florida Classic we weren't playing for the same thing. We were playing for pride, everything else. They had to put it out there, and I think that's something that gives a little bonus, gives the benefit because you did get to rest the Anthony Dunns of the world. General Hunt, did he have to play as much? No, but at the same point, General Hunt might be kind of healthy. Like FAMU's defense, and this is why, I titled it Cloud Covered. The Dark Cloud defense is covering FAMU's team as a whole, and it's also potentially going to cover this team going into a game that really benefits the opponents. If you notice, Prairie View ran the ball a lot. And at the beginning of the game, it worked. And there is one particular run play that has worked against FAMU for quite a bit this season. And it's that inside run play. It looks almost like a quarterback read from the shotgun, where most times it's just simply like a dive, like an off tackle play. And the running back gets it. He runs between the center and the guard, or the guard and tackle, and he finds a hole, gets what he can. And it's really taking advantage of the fact that FAMU runs a 4-man front, 2-line, we run a 4-2-5. And then you have the safeties, and you just have one corner that's always like 15 yards off. And a lot of times it seems like they kind of run to that side, just kind of reflecting, not watching film on that one. But it's just like, dang it, man. Maybe we don't have enough guys in the box on that play. But at the same point, it's going to be interesting to see, because we all know if it's raining, look, what the good book say, the rain falls on the just and the unjust. And so in this case, look, the unjust Prairie View, sorry, don't take it the wrong way, but I'm a Rattler. And the rain is going to hamper their offense just like it's going to hamper ours. The big difference for me is that, one, while they are a team that's more dependent on the run, their quarterback's ceiling is so much lower than Moosa's. Like, complain all you want about Musa, the floor is high. Like, the floor for Musa compared to a lot of the other quarterbacks in the SWAC is completely different. Is Musa the most mobile dude? Is he Michael Vick? Absolutely not. Like, he ain't killing the dogs. But is he like a solid dude? Yeah. You got that dog in him? Yeah. Like, you let the Moose get loose, he'll drop the horns on you. Like, we've seen Moose drop a shoulder on you. Excuse the Michael Vick joke. I'm petty. But like, real talk, like, Moose is capable as a runner. This may be a game where we can utilize that, but this may be also a game where, and Willie Simmons pointed out, this could be a game where he's going to empty the clip. Like, play call wise, you're going to get everything. And that tells, something. I believe Tamara said it earlier, like, man, it looked like we were holding back. I know, on a previous show, she was like, we ain't seeing everything. And I was like, yeah, we ain't seeing everything. Something, he was like, yo, y'all about to get it. And it's going to be really interesting to see what are some of the backgrounds of some of the players, especially your special teams guys. Like, who has the background? And then even with your holders, who has the background of being a quarterback? Who's fast? Like, do you get your Corey Jordan back there holding the ball on a field goal? He picks it up and runs. Like, dude, that dude's fast. And he's a quarterback. So all of a sudden, he runs a fake. The dude runs behind. You got to pick your poison. Either he throws it or he runs it. And either way, it might be a first down, or it could be a huge play. And so it's just going to become one of those interesting things where I do feel like it's going to be a dirty game. Not as far as like fight or anything like that, but it's going to be a game where it's going to get physical and it's going to get chippy. And if I'm going to be honest, I want the refs to take a page out of what I saw in that Florida State-Florida game. We saw where that game could have got out of hand, but it got spat on him. It spit that man's face. Look, that ref threw that flag so quick, like, nope, get out of here. And it was like, oh, what, ref set the tone. We ain't going to take that. I do need the refs to kind of do that a little bit. But in that idea, I also need us as the home team to understand, like, yo, the tone has been set. Certain things we can and cannot do. We got to eliminate stupid penalties. Got to have. Is there any such thing as smart penalty? Yeah, there is. It's college football. Like, if you're burnt and it's the end of the game, look, trip him, jump on his back, get you a nice pass interference. Because guess what? They can only get but so many yards. And if you next play they don't score, it's a smart penalty. There is such thing as a smart penalty. Are there dumb penalties? There's 100 of them. There's a lot more dumb penalties than are smart ones. But there are some different nuanced ways that I feel like FAMU has advantages. I feel like we have better special teams as far as punter. I don't know about kicker. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Don't let this game come down to a kicker. Like, I don't want it. I don't want it. But then also in the red area, you got to be smart. Like, I don't need to see a lot of shotgun. One of the things, I don't know if y'all saw Scotty's show where he did the interview with Hugh Jackson, and he asked him, you know, hey, what happened in the red zone? Why were you in the shotgun so much? And even Hugh was like, yeah, I should have redid that. And it's like, yeah, bro, like, you're not wrong. Like, that's something as FAMU, I don't need to see us running a lot of the shotgun in the red area. Look, get under the center. And if it's not the moose push, like where you're not pushing the moose, hand the ball off. Like, oof, look at this. I mean, I ain't saying much. They might just be ACC refs at best, but still, Tamara says, I hope we get the best refs from the conference. I agree. Look, and that should be like their little incentive bonus. Look, I'm gonna be working this game, so I ain't gonna be on the field this time. I'm not crying because it's raining. But at the same point, this is a game where I really want to see it get physical. I want to see FAMU just really dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides, because I feel like if FAMU can slow down Prairie View's run game and we can get them to where they're truly as one-dimensional as they can be, I think you can get a blowout. Now, if you caught me talking to St. Clair, I gave you 24-17 as my score. And that's because I think because of whether you don't score as much and that Prairie View gets a little cheapy. Like, I think it's one of those things where we're kind of up 24-0 and we over there start seeing trophies and cigars and pretty women and everything else and, you know, fried chicken and whatever else. And it's like, hey, man, I got this in the bag. And then all of a sudden, you know, they start scoring and just like, how did the game get this close? It was a blowout. It's like, they scored late. I think it could be one of those games. This is just one of those games where, for me, FAMU should win like 34-14 or 35-14. Sorry, 34 is not likely, but it could happen. But I just got that sneaking suspicion. We know what we got out of our FAMU football team. When we got our necks on you, we got a bad habit of lifting up until you start fighting back, and then we got to start punching, and we finally go for the knockout, and it's over because of the clock. But not necessarily because we just took that jugular from you. Prairie View's going to play with a little bit of sauce. Supposedly they're bringing the band. The weather might cancel out the band, so the storm might not be marching in the storm. It's a pun. But it's going to be interesting to see. And we're going to be able to see some more. Now, I did promise y'all, like, I didn't get deep into the weeds as I wanted to, just because, look, the Alumni Association got an event going on. So go check out their social media pages. Florida Regional National Alumni Association. They got something going on. You know, got a little party going. But we did slide an offer in. Look, man, FAMU offered Montre Edwards, defensive lineman. Look, we offer some more. Look, I'm gonna get them to you. I promise you. Give me a little bit. We're gonna get it right. But look, FAMU did offer him, and he's from Colin College. And again, you're starting to see, if you're a FAMUan, if you like me, it's a bittersweet, because you do know that there's some high school prospects that, you know, should really probably get a little bit of attention. But at the same point, you got to ride this success. And, you know, the unspoken thing that a lot of us aren't quite saying, or a lot of us are saying, we're going to have to find a way to pay that man, because ain't but so long you can miss bonuses that coaches are due. Ain't but so long that they can look across the street and see old Mike getting a raise and an extension, and you getting the same check. Like, say what you want to about them folks across the street, But I'm telling you right now, you and me and everybody else would feel some type of way if we got the same type of job. I take less money, have less resources, and you getting raises, and I'm getting the same pay and sometimes missing pays. And I said pays. That's something that's through the Celebration Bowl, some other things, I feel like we'll get rectified because look, between me and the gateposts, we owe Willie some money. Willie done earned him a good just this year alone. Willie might earn him an extra $50K. I'm just saying, Miss Simmons might be rolled up with a new ring. I didn't say that, Coach. You hear that from me? I'm just joking. But real talk, Coach Simmons is going to be oohed some monies. And Rattler Nation, some of it's going to be on us to kind of step up. But some of it is also, hey, join some of the groups that support. Hey, I ain't going to lie. Look, I don't have my pen ready, but I am a financial member of the National Alumni Association, Orlando chapter. But also, look, got a few more months coming. Rattler boosters, y'all gonna be next online. I got something coming in between. But once I'm done with that, Rattler boosters gonna be next. Join some of these groups, so that way, hey, where my money going? Look, if you really are that person, join Rattler boosters. Them people so transparent. Like Self and Cobb, good people. They pretty much give out everything they give. They're pure volunteers. And I can tell you because I ain't getting paid. And I volunteer. And I'm not a booster member. But I do volunteer. So, but look forward to seeing y'all on Saturday. If you see me pregame, don't take it personal. I'm be laser focused on trying to get where I need to be so that I can work the game. But at the same point, I think FAMU wins. Like I said, 24-17 with St. Clair. I'm gonna ride that score, but I think it's gonna be one of those games where it's gonna be very physical. Refs, make sure. I encourage the refs to get control of the game early because it can be very chippy. But isn't it kind of crazy to think about if FAMU were to win this game? Let's hope the weather's not what it can be, but if it is, you go from that game and that weather to the dome. And if we there, well, either way, I'm supposed to be there, but we'll see you in the dome, and that's going to be fun at the Benz. I'm just saying, we make the SWAC Championship. I just want two things. Just two things. All I ask, loose kid, can you give me ATL? You know the rest. And then just give me the little Maybach music every time. Just, when FAMU scores, if we up big, can I get Maybach music? I just need that. If y'all aren't familiar, Maybach is owned by Mercedes-Benz. So I just need y'all to have that, just have that ready for me. So that way, when the hunter walk on the field, Maybach music. Just, I'm petty. It's the small things for me. So look, Tamara said it best. Let's go Rattlers. Beat PV 2 times. True. Sorry. Just saying. I'm ready for this ATL thing. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I ain't gonna catch y'all as strokers. I ain't gonna catch y'all at Blue Flame. But I'll catch y'all out there in the streets every once in a while. So, but for Herb Stewart, the Black Techies, oh man, crowd would go wild. Woo. Anyways, but Herb Stewart, the Black Techies, looking forward. We're working on something. This is HBCU Digital Network's own Fangs Up podcast. Look, we ready. I'm so excited. I can't even talk straight, man. But y'all already know we're gonna see y'all Saturday. We're gonna do a little post game. Depending on how late it is. I ain't gonna lie. If we have some weather delays, I might just catch that sleeping, We'll just do our regular Sunday show. But we'll be back for sure. Sunday, 7 o'clock, HBCU Digital Network. As always, this is home, and it's always going to be Fangs Up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal.
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community. They also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!